Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ryan. And today we are talking about our top three and bottom three movies that we've reviewed of 2023.
Yay, 2023 recap. Woo! It
Yep.
was a fun year. Saw a bunch of movies, bunch of shows, read some comic books.
Uh huh.
Pretty good time. I had fun.
Yep, I had fun, and we reviewed all of them. So, in total, this past year, we reviewed 44 movies, 5 of which were older movies, and those did not.
Classics, you might say.
Classics, retros, the better movies, whatever you want to say. Those are not being brought up in this conversation. If they were, most of my top 3 would be those movies. So,
Yeah, for real. The top 3 would be the older movies that we reviewed
yep.
if we weren't including those. Definitely excluding those.
Yes.
Kind of sad, but not unexpected.
Yeah, not unexpected because they just don't make movies like they used to.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see.
What are we seeing?
6, 7, 8. I was seeing what else we did last year. We did 8 different series reviews from various places. A couple of comic books. And yeah, 4 comic books. Something like that.
Sounds about right. 3. I think we did 3.
Yeah, we did 3.
But today is a discussion about movies.
Yeah.
So, why don't you kick us off with your top 3 for the year?
All right, coming in.
Well, let's go your top 1 and we'll work our way down.
No, you got to go with number 3. You go 3, 2, 1. You don't start with the best one and then go to the least best one.
Fine.
Who does that?
I do, apparently.
That's lame. You got to build up to the best one.
I guess I'm just lame then.
All right, so coming in with an 8.3 from me was Oppenheimer. Yeah. I'm thinking I don't remember why I gave it an 8.3. I haven't seen the movie in I don't know, when did it come out? June or July last year. So it's been a while.
But I mean, it was still a solid movie.
It was a good movie.
One. It didn't make my top 3, but solid movie altogether.
After I saw it in the top 3, I was like, does that belong in the top 3? It just squeaked in though. There was a couple that were real close to it as well. But yeah, all in all, it's a pretty good movie. The only down thing about that movie was I wasn't as impressed with the explosion as everybody hyped it up to be.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was fairly good.
Overall, I mean, it was a solid movie.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed the back and forth between the black and white and color on different perspectives.
That was well done.
Which was good. Thought the acting in that movie was solid. And I wasn't bored throughout that movie, so a very solid pick for your third.
It's a little long.
Yeah.
A little long.
What, it was like 2.5 hours to... Yeah,
no,
I think it was
it's almost 3 hours.
I thought it was just over 2.5.
I thought it was like 3.
I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows?
It's exactly 3 hours.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a long movie. But...
see. Oh, I was going to do that. Let's see. See where we're... audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is a 91. I think that's a little high.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think a lot of that was hype.
Sounds about right.
What's your number 3?
Yeah, so my number 3 and number 2 both have the same score. So, in reverse alphabetical order, Extraction 2 with an 8.4.
8.4?
Yep.
Extraction 2, yeah, see. That's an honorable mention for me.
Okay.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, so, I mean, I really enjoyed that. I had never seen the first one. It's just a kind of a 90s action flick, but set in modern times. So,
Mm-hmm.
got Chris Hemsworth who did a great job. Just a simple plot, and yeah, a lot of good action.
Yeah. The main thing I remember from that one was the train, the unnecessary train.
Yeah, for
But it
sure.
was fun. It's a good fun movie. Um, let's see. Yeah, 85 on Rotten Tomatoes, so you're right there with the audience score. People aren't crazy with that one.
All right.
All right, what's your number two?
Number 2 was Equalizer 3
Hmm.
with Denzel Washington. Why I said
Washington?
Washington like that, I have no idea, but it was
I
funny.
don't either.
Kind of like Equalizer 3. Um, yeah, again, another action movie. Looking at my list, and I'm kind of sensing a pattern here.
Oof.
Apparently, I like action movies.
Yeah, you think? Every time we watch a movie that's not an action movie, I'm like, great. Ryan's just gonna be like, this movie is stupid, and I hate it. And why do we have to watch this stupid crap?
I mean, fair point.
But
But yeah, so
it's always fun.
I really enjoyed Denzel's performance in this. It was nice seeing him back in the role, and overall great acting, which was nice. Solid story, great action. Can't really ask for more out of a movie.
Mm. See, this one we differed on quite a bit because I only gave it a 5.9 because I don't know.
Yeah, I think you
It,
thought it didn't live up to the other two.
not at all. I recently watched the first one again, and I was like, man, this is way, way better than the third one. I'm just gonna pretend like the third one doesn't exist.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
don't know why everybody loved it so much because even on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 94 audience score. I don't know why people liked it so much.
Because everybody loves Denzel.
I mean, I love Denzel. Like most of his movies are really good. He's a really
Mm-hmm.
good actor. But this one, I don't know. It was okay. 5.9's, not bad. But wasn't my cup of tea this time.
Okay. So, what was your cup of tea for the number 2 spot?
Uh, following in the action movie theme, my number three was Mission Impossible 7.
It should be your number 2, but
Oh,
okay.
number two. My bad. I always
Wow.
where did number three? My number two is Mission Impossible 7 Part 1, which I can't remember what. Dead Reckoning.
Yep,
That's what
Dead
it's called.
Reckoning.
Um, great action movie. I almost said Tom Hanks.
Nope,
Tom
it's Tom
Cruise.
Cruise, different Tom.
Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise. Love Mission Impossible series.
Yeah, I mean, you get the classic Tom Cruise running, so hard to
Running,
be a
and maybe that's why I said Hanks because of the
yeah.
running. Anyway,
Yeah, you had him running, you had him on a motorcycle. That's kind of what Tom Cruise does
you
in
had magic
movies.
tricks. You know, uh, this one lived up to the hype, and it delivered. Um, it's a lot of fun, and it even though going into it, it's a part one.
Yeah, it didn't feel like they left half the movie out, which a lot of times part ones happen. They don't have a
Yeah,
full story. This,
yeah,
it felt like the third act concluded, and it was just a cliffhanger for the next one.
right,
Which I'm
yeah,
fine with movies doing that. Hey, we've wrapped up this plot, and here's a little tease for what's next. What I
for
can't
sure.
stand about part ones now is it feels like you get half a movie.
Yeah,
That irritates me.
yeah. They're like they shoot a whole movie and they just right in the middle they just chop it in half and they're
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, next time, guys. You're like, not exciting at all.
Yep.
Thanks. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes on that one was 94, so I was a little lower than. Did I say what I gave it? I gave it an 8.3.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that one was actually my top one for the year at an 8.6. So we're
Ooh.
we were both relatively close.
Yeah. So it's your number one.
Yep, that was my
Number one
number
movie
one.
for the year for you was that one.
Right, outside of the classic movies.
Right, that's not of the year. Those are old. They
Right,
weren't from
I
last
know.
year.
I was just saying.
We all
Just
know you love My Cousin Vinny for some stupid
yeah,
reason.
it's one of the best movies ever made. The best comedy. Anyway.
Definitely disagree. Go watch our review of My Cousin Vinny, because wow.
Yep, there was a lot of differing opinions on that one.
Yeah, and I was
Wrong?
not really
Yes,
happy
we
about
know.
it.
We know that you were wrong. That's fine though.
No, wasn't wrong. I was kind of like just heavily let down, disappointed, you know,
Hmm, that's
by
interesting.
you and your choices. Like normally you're like, "Hey, this is a good movie." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me see." I'm questioning your life decisions now.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway,
So
um,
what was your number one for the year?
my number one for the year, coming in with an 8.7, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think um, I think there's probably, I mean, there's a bunch of reasons why. It was just as a standalone movie, comic book movie,
Mm-hmm.
it goes kind of back to the, uh, I guess, yeah, it goes back to being like a standalone movie where it's not dependent on other superheroes so much, um and the rest of
Universe? Yeah.
the universe. Yeah. Um, let me see. 8-2.
All right.
So you were up there.
Yeah, so again, this one I enjoyed. I thought the cast, bringing back the majority of the same cast, was good. Uh,
Mhm.
Chris Pratt delivered. I thought Rocket's story, his backstory that we saw, was tragic and kind of sad. But Bradley Cooper
Watching
did
little
a great
animals
job.
get tortured and die,
Yeah,
you know, you got to be really heartless to not
but
feel
yeah,
that storyline.
exactly. But Bradley Cooper was able to, just with his vocals, still portray a great character. Um, you had what's her name who plays Gamora in the
Wait,
movie
don't
for
they
like
do like face masking though on him?
yeah they do,
Okay.
but I'm just saying his voice work for the character was great.
Right,
You had
right, right.
Zoe Saldana back as Gamora for like I don't know 15 minutes of the movie, maybe a little bit more, but she was good.
Yeah,
Uh,
she was there for like the whole third act, pretty
okay,
much.
but yeah, so
Yeah.
overall a
And
solid pick. It's not
yeah,
my top one for the year, but can't be upset at it.
I think another reason why it was my top is because for me, it closed out the Marvel universe. It was a fitting end to everybody's story. I don't need to know what happens next to anybody. Everything, all the major characters, their their main stories are kind of wrapped up. They could keep, you know, beating a dead horse, but
Mm-hmm.
I think this kind of wrapped it up in the Marvel universe. For me, is over, and this was a good way for it to be over.
Okay, fair point.
Um, yeah. Uh, did you say what your number one was? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was Mission Impossible
Mission
7,
Impossible. Yeah,
Dead
my number
Reckoning
two.
Part 1.
Part one?
Part 1.
No way.
Yeah,
That was your
true
favorite
story.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
got the highest
What did
score out of me.
what?
They got the highest score out of me.
Yeah. Uh, Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see, 94 for Guardians. So
Okay. Yeah,
it's up
just a
there.
fun romp at the theater, so that's good.
Yeah, and that's another thing about the movie. It was fun, but it was also a tearjerker, kind of, right? It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking. There's tragedy, but there's also the comedy uh, and character development, which is lacking a lot of times or lately in a bunch of movies.
Okay.
So that's why I think it landed up there towards the top or at the top. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we talked about the good for the year. I guess
Yes.
now we get into the not so good, or as people would refer
No.
to it,
It's
as bad.
yeah. The not so good is the stuff in the middle of that. You know,
Yeah, the trash
we're not going to talk about.
movies.
The bad
The trash
is
movies that
definitely
you
what
should
we're going to
not
talk about.
waste your time on.
These I think we agree on a little bit more than the top three. So what's your number three worst movie?
So, number 3 worst movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, true story.
Did you not like that movie?
I did not.
Did it suck?
It did suck. Like, yeah, I really enjoyed the first Ant-Man. Second
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp was not. It didn't live up to the first one, but it was still a decent movie in
It
its
was
own right.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But this one, like, I don't know what they did. I don't know if they had new writers, if it was a different director, or what. But this was just complete and utter trash. Like nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing of consequence happened in the movie. And I
Well,
did not enjoy it.
yeah, I guess spoiler alert. the this Ant-Man and the Wasp was Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium uh is my second worst movie, coming in at 2.5. I think the reasons why it's not a good movie are um they were trying to build off of the Loki series, which a
Yeah,
lot of people,
bringing Kang in, which I
yeah,
never
bringing Kang in,
watched the Loki series either.
yeah, which a lot of people aren't going to have seen that. Um, the Kang story's kind of dumb. It doesn't make a lot of sense, especially if you haven't seen Loki. Um, uh, what else? I don't know. Trying to think what else was bad about the movie. I'm trying to remember the movie, but it just wasn't good. Like the comedy didn't hit.
Yeah, the comedy didn't hit. Um,
There was a lot that was supposed to be funny that was just you're just like, I don't know why I'm supposed to laugh at this.
yeah, and like the sub universe, whatever they were in, was stupid. Um,
Like they keep
Janet
going
Pym
further
was
and further down
yeah,
each movie.
but
It's like,
Janet Pym was in that universe before, and then refused to talk about anything going on with her family, so nobody knew what was going on the entire time, the entire movie. Um, and this movie suffered a lot from the whole, hey, you got the actor. Actor has to show his face so much in the movie. So in the middle of this fights, he's gonna take off his mask to say like 3 words, and then the mask goes back on, which really irritates me.
yeah. Um, I don't even know why they needed the costumes so much. Like, how do you shrink down into a tiny universe and then get small and big inside that universe that's already like ultra small?
I don't know, dude. I'm not the one who wrote it.
None of that makes sense.
Okay.
They keep trying to like, I think part of the problem is they keep trying to like put in all this like weird pseudoscience stuff
Mm-hmm.
that in the multiverse and the interdimensional stuff, and it's like, okay, I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, so that was your number three. My number two, the audience, man, it's got an 82 on Rotten Tomatoes, which makes no sense to me.
Really?
Yeah. Let me see what it has here. It's got a 6.1 on Rotten or on IMDb, which is better The critics gave it a 46, so this is one of those times when I'm leaning more towards the critics. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody that really liked the movie, so I don't know how. I guess, and it's mostly fans who are gonna come in and post on this, or people who hate it. So anyway,
Okay.
all right. What was your number two?
My number
You already did
two.
my number two.
Well, what was your number three?
Well, I did my number two. So you did
No,
your number two, and then I'll
we
do
have
my
to
number
do
two.
your number three
Nah,
first.
we're out of order now, so just go with it.
Fine. My number two was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Oh,
I
you did not like
absolutely
that one at
hated
all.
that movie so much. I hated it. They ruined the characters of the Ninja Turtles. It was dumb. It was stupid. The artwork was terrible.
Tell me how you feel.
I am telling
Tell
you
me
how
how
I
you,
feel. The
tell me how
artwork
you really
was
feel.
terrible. They completely butchered all of the Ninja Turtles. None of them were the actual Ninja Turtles at all.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this once because I said it in the review. But these aren't the Ninja Turtles we knew because they're younger than the Ninja Turtles that we knew.
No, I don't care. This was stupid. It was stupid. It was stupid. It was stupid.
These are 13-year-old Ninja Turtles, not 17-year-old Ninja Turtles. That's all. I get it.
Their motivations of, hey, we want to go to school because we watched a bunch of 80s movies and school looks like fun was stupid.
That was stupid because school is not fun. I don't know why they wanted to go to school.
Ugh.
Let's see. What did I give that one? Okay. We were way different on this one. I gave that one a 6.3.
Yeah, because you're wrong. Because that movie was utter and complete trash. It is a waste of time. Nobody should watch this
movie. I mean, I'm not gonna say nobody should watch it, but I wouldn't show this. If I was gonna introduce kids to the Ninja Turtles, I would show them the cartoon from the 90s. And then yeah, go from there. But it's definitely like on the bottom of the Ninja Turtles scale. But yeah, I'm not gonna say go watch it. The artwork grew on me. It was weird, but it started to grow on me a little bit. But yeah, some of the character motivations and all that kind of stuff, and the bad guys becoming good guys, that stuff's stupid.
I agree with you.
It's tired and they need to stop.
Yep. 100% agree.
All right. What am I doing now?
So we'll jump back to your number three.
My number three was Rebel Moon. And I gave that piece of garbage a 4.7. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm like, is it worse than Ant-Man and the Wasp? But I think it's not. It's a little better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's just not well done. They tried to cram way too much world in too quickly. The plot is obvious. The like first 15 minutes of the movie, you know how it's going to end. So the acting wasn't great either.
Yeah, and it was just a kind of a montage of going and finding people to be on the team that you learned nothing about.
Yeah. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. That's what most of that movie was building a team, right. And they did it well. This it's like they built this team worse than the Expendables builds their teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the Expendable montages when they're going and recruiting guys is way better than this one was. And they even build, rapport with one another there. Acting is bad. The only good thing was like the world, it's the universe itself, like the artwork, the design stuff. It visually it looked really cool. Um, and there's stories that they hinted at that I would like to watch those stories.
Uh-huh.
But her story, I don't give a crap about.
Yeah. So this one got a what is it, a 5.2 from me. So not a great movie, but just didn't make my bottom three.
And I don't know. I think it got trashed. Yeah, 59% from audience on Rotten Tomatoes. There's a lot of problems with it, and calling it Part One was unnecessary.
Yeah.
And the subtitle "A Child of Fire" makes no sense
Makes no
because there's
sense.
literally no fire or
Right.
children.
I agree with you.
So yeah, I was just the movie poster kind of explains it all. It's just a mess. There's
It
like
is a
30 different
complete and
people on
utter
the movie
mess.
poster.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's plot lines, subplots that were started at the beginning of the movie with two characters in particular that just disappeared. Nothing ever happened with them.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah. You had the soldier, the good soldier,
Oh yeah.
who disappeared, and then you had the robot who disappeared.
Literally just vanishes.
Yeah.
And the
Just-
robot runs off for reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. Murder robot murders somebody and then runs off because it feels bad about murdering somebody. What are you doing?
Who knows?
And it looked like they stole like a lot of stuff from other movies.
Oh yeah.
Just character design. Like that robot reminded me of iRobot.
Okay, I can see that.
Okay. All right, everybody. Does anybody have any guesses as to what the number one most hated movie of 2023 is from Ryan? Spoiler, it's also my most hated movie of the year by far.
For sure.
So, drum roll, please. Can we do a drum roll? Not really.
That's all I got.
What do you got?
That's all I got.
Can we have sound effects?
I'm sure there's somewhere, but I don't know how to do it, so. Yeah, that's not a drum roll, but close enough, I guess. There you go.
Wait, hold on.
All right, I think that's
Okay, I'm
enough
done
of
with
that.
I should do more sound effects. How do I,
No,
like-
you should not. 'Cause
I gotta
it's quite
figure out more
loud.
sound effects. Is it?
It is. In my ear, it's
Okay.
quite loud.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, so what is the worst movie of the year, Brandon?
That would be The Flash. It is a straight up dumpster fire.
Yep.
Oh, a dirty diaper dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Dirty diaper. Yeah, I like that. Like,
It is complete and utter garbage.
like, I said it in the review. The only reason they released this movie was to minimize losses and for write-off purposes. Because there's no way in the world where they thought they were going to make money off of this piece of trash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the acting was awful. I still don't like Ezra Miller as an actor. Think he's
No. Or a person.
or a person.
It's not beside the point, but it's,
Yeah.
outside of scope.
Yeah, he's not a great actor, and having him play two characters in the movie who interact with each other was
Oh
a
my
dumb
gosh.
decision.
Oh, so bad.
Because one, he's annoying,
So bad.
and then he plays an even more annoying version of himself, which is just grating.
Like that interaction is so freaking bad.
Uh,
Like they could have recast because it was a different timeline. No, he didn't go back far enough. Did he? No,
No.
he only went back to his childhood.
Yep.
So okay, I guess you could recast.
But
Wait
it
a
was
minute.
just so bad. Wait a
Doesn't
minute.
make any sense either. Because he only goes back to his childhood to change. Right. So why is Batman different?
Because of
Where
spaghetti.
Where the F
because
did George Clooney come from?
Did you not see the spaghetti scene? Everything got crossed.
But that doesn't... Okay. But... This is why this is the worst movie. This is why it's... Because there's so many things that just really piss me off and get under my skin. And... The only... Okay. There were two things that the movie had going for it. And which is why I got a 1.9. What's his name? Why am I forgetting his name? Batman.
That's a good question. Why are you forgetting his name?
What is Batman's name?
Bruce Wayne.
Yes, thank you. Bruce Wayne. What the heck is this guy's name?
Come on.
Yes, that guy. Thank you. Okay, so you bring back Michael Keaton to be Batman, which is awesome. But what's not awesome is that it's not the same Batman from the Michael Keaton Batman movies. It's a different It's a different character. So immediately you have a good point, and then you ruin it, putting dog crap on it. The only one good point that doesn't really have dog crap piled on it is Supergirl.
Okay.
And I think the only reason that I liked her is because she's in it for 5 minutes. And it's just Supergirl being Supergirl. Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, but they killed Superman off screen in this one.
Right. Let's not go there.
I mean, we kind of have to if we're talking about why it's bad. But yeah, killed him off screen when he was still a baby before he got to Earth.
Makes no effing sense.
Again, I agree with you. It makes no sense.
How does traveling back 15 years into the past change things that happened 30 plus years ago? I'm okay.
But yeah, so he's killed off screen. The codex wasn't given to him.
Isn't he killed as a baby?
Yes, because they caught him in space and murdered him off screen.
Which makes no sense.
Right, and the codex that was put into him in the first movie was put into Supergirl for some reason, and not him in this movie.
Yeah, how does that happen?
And the action wasn't great. The CG in this movie was terrible.
Oh, super garbage.
Just awful.
The opening scene where he's saving the babies, that looks so bad.
Yeah, the Speed Force CG is even worse. When he's inside
than just the regular everyday CG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, they bring in scenes from other universes, including Christopher Reeve's Superman.
Yeah, they brought in all the Superman.
Which was, it just...
The one that was... what is his name?
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, the Nicolas Cage one that actually never happened. It was just in way early pre-production. They're like, oh, this is something people have talked about on and off for years, so let's throw that in there. You're just ruining stuff that's already good. Like, leave the rest of it alone. This is why I hate the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking hate the multiverse. And I hate The Flash. It deserves a 1.9. Absolute trash. Ezra Miller sucks. Michael Keaton's cool. it's got so many good actors in it, and they didn't have a good script or time on screen
Mm-hmm.
to make a good to sell a good story.
Yep.
I'm okay. This one pisses me off
You don't
because
say.
the Rotten Tomatoes score for the audience is 83,
Why? That makes no
and
sense.
the critics is 63.
Again, that makes no sense. That movie was awful. Like it deserves to
I
die in a fire.
Right. Like nobody should ever watch this movie again. And they should have just stopped and not have it. You yeah, you, they're always trying to justify recasting
Mm-hmm.
and doing, remakes or just starting over. Like you don't need to justify it. You don't need to justify it with the current movie. Like, "Oh, we're not going to do this stuff anymore. We're going to do something different in the future." Like, you know what? Nobody ever cared before.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody cared when people got recasted. Nobody cared when you were like, "Oh, you know what? We're just going to do something different." James Bond has been around since what, the 60s?
Yeah, sounds about right.
And nobody's like, "Oh, that's not the same James Bond." Or wait, how is James Bond still in his 40s or 50s after 70 years?
Yeah.
Like nobody cares. Got me worked up.
Well,
It's your fault.
okay. So
All
that
right,
pretty
we
much
need.
concludes the list of 2023. Let's hope
This is why I
2024 is
wanted to
better.
start with the bad movies first, because now I'm worked up.
Oh no, that's so sad for you.
Yeah.
But let's hope 2024 is better. Um, we do need some help for 2024 because we do not have a full schedule yet. So if you guys know some movies that are coming out, drop them down in the comments below, so we can see them and see if it's something we want to watch or not.
Yeah, definitely recommendations for movies. The list is filling up pretty good, but there's some ones in there that are obviously going to be bad. So if there's better recommendations, that'd be great. Also for a TV series, comic books, whatever. I mean, we don't care. We just like good entertainment, and just want to hang out and talk with you guys about it. Give our 2 or 3 cents.
Yep. So
Yep.
if you guys made it this far into
So
the video, make sure to hit that like button,
yeah,
subscribe so you can always follow or always get notifications when we post new content. And you can also follow us on Twitter or X, whatever you call that.
yep. That's gonna be at BRH Reviews, so you can hit me up over there. And was there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Oh, well, Mondays are the movie reviews, and then Thursdays when we do the series or comic book or whatever other kind of medium. And then I think that's about it. So I guess we will see you guys next time. Later.